a bolt,
son Thomas.
worked it out of the trees
Tom
that they had bulged
was
it.
very fat, and he had grown, and several
They are
buttons
very
burst
strong.
off. His mother sewed them on again. When the three kittens were ready, Mrs. Tabitha unwisely turned them out into the garden to be out of the way while she made hot buttered toast. Now keep your frocks clean, children. You must walk on your hind legs. Here they are, they're walking on their hind legs, and there she is.
Pull her pacifier out.
Well, no, that might make that alone.
Keep away from the dirty ash pit,
Well,
and
why
from
make
Sally Hennypenny, and from the pigsty,
She's having fun doing it.
and the puddle ducks.
Wayne,
Look
this
at
is
all these.
Elizabeth for you on the phone.
Misbehave. Somehow, there were very extraordinary noises overhead, which disturbed the dignity and repose of the tea party. And I think that someday I shall have to make another larger book to tell you more about Tom Kitten. Yeah. As for the puddle ducks, they went into a pond. The clothes all came off directly because there were no buttons. And Mr. Drake Puddle Duck and Jemima and Rebecca have been looking for them ever since.
Dan's been waiting for this because he really wants to. Yeah, she's very good about sitting in this. If she gets bored, I have to put a baby picture out of the show. Oh, so Wayne's 0.
Kind of tail that sobers you up
Okay.
and never realize how bad the sin in the world is.
Okay, lovey.
I should tell you how Cindy
It's okay.
can turn even inductive Bible study into sin.
What? How did I turn? Mark, stop. Stop. Just stop.
Cindy can turn even
stop.
inductive Bible study into sin.
Look at that reddish face.
You want to know this?
Here, have her look at this.
I still can't believe
Have her look at
that
this. Look at this, Becca.
she was that little.
This is Becca.
Cindy is trying to change the story. She
Leave the
doesn't
story
want
alone,
me
Mark.
to
You're
tell you
gonna
about
sleep in the
how
doghouse.
inductive Bible study gets turned into sin.
Stop here.
That's
He's
you.
doing audio on
I
this.
know. That's
I love
particularly why we should tell this cautionary tale.
No, I don't think we should.
In our Bible study, we're going to be studying 1 Peter as an inductive Bible study. And
I thought you were.
so I handed it out last time, and I was giving people questions, and Cindy said she'd get the questions afterwards from me, and I said she would not. We got home, and she wants to get answers, and in fact, she's been willing to trade sex for answers. Now, if that
We had to hear that.
isn't question,
On
videotape, too.
He says, I'm telling everybody that, how'd you say? You're getting sexual favors for Bible answers.
I'm willing to trade sex for answers.
I said, only in my house with my husband.
It is a sad and cautionary tale. Stop it. Stop it! Stop it! Gee.
Poor Addie, 13 years old, looking her last year in this world in the face.
We'll hope her last month, her last week, her last day,
and Dan get
her last hour,
terrible with Addie. 'Cause
her
John's
last minute.
If I tell anyone about Addie, he goes, it's really not a real dog. John says this too.
It's not a real dog.
You have to realize John's grown up where dogs are outside
Oh, yes.
or in the basement. And they hunt or they do, productive things.
Right,
So he
right.
sees Addie and is like, what in the world?
A useless drone.
Worse than that.
There's Tim. I'll tell you.
Hi, how are you, Wayne?
You finally made it to the Talbot's house.
Yes, we did.
And you're sorry that you...
And there's Poppy having to cook.
That's not till you leave.
Beat me. I walked perfectly normally when we got married, Tim.
Mark has been perfectly normal.
Help us to hold out.
Let me guess, Mark. It was actually that purgatory in the attic.
That's right, that's
Crawl
right.
space. Crawl space. Tim, why don't you just sit there?
Thank you.
I have to think of pop.
Well, you were sick, right? And you got a doctor, and he came in, and what did he say?
Floor. I hit her? Like that.
No, this is before the operation, though.
Before the operation, they said, look, your head blew up, we're gonna fix it, you're gonna be fine. And I
And you
said, let me know when you're done. And then after the operation, he walked in and went, whack! How you doing?
Did you bring like bandaged up and
No, except I had the back shaved and a little piece here shaved.
Actually, she was, yeah. She had a
After
bandage
the-
over most.
I would think.
Well, yeah, and they put gel foam in there.
And she didn't know it. She didn't know she had
What
a
we
hole.
put around our windows?
That's what it
For
says
insulation?
on the
It's the same old stuff. You know the Pink
on the
Panther?
surgery
Same
report.
stuff.
Gel foam
Your head.
in my head, and I'm like, couldn't they just put the little piece of brain back in or a piece of
I don't know,
skull?
seems to me like it's an improvement.
Gel foam.
That's what it says. It doesn't say pink.
Oh, what did we say? Well, you said Pink Panther. Pink.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's probably surgical gel foam.
I'm asking about
Sterile.
that. I should have heard that.
I didn't bring the. I don't think I brought the report with me.
No. We can fax it.
It's in a spray It was in a spray can, right?
I don't know. I was on
Silly putty, just shake it
All
out.
right, silly streak.
Filler, they call it.
Yeah. Stuff it in there. We got a little hole here. We're just gonna stuff it in.
So you didn't
Yeah,
lose
when one of the
anything?
surgeons leaves, you can
blood.
like, you know, one of the nurses like
Yeah.
scrawls the signature and still the wet stuff.
Let's get banned.
Joan, I blame you for the amount of insensitivity that has arisen here.
This has been, this has been bad.
This never happens in
I
our
don't think
house.
this is good for digestion.
I think it's only okay because I'm okay. If
Yeah.
I was really in bad shape,
Talking like that, we wouldn't be joking.
in bad shape, I wouldn't be laughing so much.
So did your mom stay?
Oh, I don't know about that, Poppy.
Did your mom stay for the whole thing?
She was finishing school, so she
And then go.
for a week, but then she came back up.
Boy, I bet they were on pins and needles.
What a miracle.
Didn't Dad come up? I thought Dad came
He
up for a
was.
week.
They were up for a while,
I thought
but
they,
not
like,
by
switched
himself.
up.
No.
No?
Mm-mm. For a while, neither of them were there.
Family reunion for the Brownings at Timberlake Ranch Camps. This is the beginning of the Browning family reunion.
Yeah. What's everybody doing? Cutting wood and stuff, or fire? Well, Mom and Roger are watching the fire. Where is the fire? Oh, there we go. Okay. Jamie and Kevin walked off.
This is beautiful Nellie.
Yeah, Mike's pants.
Beautiful Nellie. And there's David. David, didn't you shave this morning?
Not any morning in a long time.
And there's Steve, arrived safely.
Pretty much.
And who's the boy with the head looking this way?
Marky. Hey,
There's
Mark,
Homer.
Grandpa.
Oh yeah, I've got mine.
That looks better than mine.
That's something I was gonna ask you. That's something I was gonna ask Norm, if you brought any soap for the flower.
We brought our sponge and our smelly stuff.
What's that all about?
Fishing gear, huh?
Dan, we know you know everything about birds. Do you know anything about berries?
I don't know what those are.
You don't?
No idea.
Unless the birds eat it.
Yeah, well, they're very pungent. They're.
Room freshener, I used to.
Yeah, there's market opportunity there.
Man, is that a normal look? or-
This Midwestern stuff is different.
Neil! We can see who's having fun here. The people who are cooking them?
That's a good spot. You got 30 minutes to remember. No, wait. No. People don't want it flaming up.
There's Hannah.
No, there's a lot of coal. What kind of batteries? Otherwise it flames up at
Well, you never answer my question. Do you want me to send it?
Yeah, really. No wonder. I mean, hands burning.
I can't enlarge them on the screen. There's a lot of details.
Yeah, well,
How big are they on the screen?
when I print it,
And that's our newest member here, Kevin.
paper, I always shrink them a little bit.
Talking to yourself, Wayne?
Supposed to be
Now the trick is,
We have some hot dogs over here ready. Told you my sticky bird.
you're doing very well. Hannah, get it in there close for 10-year-old.
And that's Jamie.
Sure they're done in the middle, Jamie?
Wayne, may I have the keys?
What do you think, Tim? You see it. It might be a little bit much. You're a good climber. You've been higher than 40, well, you've been 30 feet up a tree.
Let's see, Reed, Ely, and the small.
Good hayride tonight, without hay.
Reed, Ely, he went up.
I'm in charge.
All right, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, wait for me. I'm with my camera.
Oh,
What are you doing?
bad guy.
Don't you?
Can't talk.
Right off the Rolling Stones.
Good thing it wasn't loaded with ketchup and everything dripping out on the front of his shirt. That really would have been bad. Oh, goodness.
My. All right. I've got your
Man, I think somehow I did something where I got the timer going or something.
The late Linda Smith. The late Linda Smith.
She's not a photographer. I think she is.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. How many have we lost back there, June?
None.
Nope. Now there's the blob. What is this, an old sand pit?
Yes, I think it is, yeah.
Yes, I told everybody about the slide. And I said it's been rumored to say that Kelsey's somewhere.
The air. And then you land in the water. And this roped off area right here is the swimming area. And everyone has to stay within the ropes.
Say it again. They need to hear this. The kids do.
This is the swimming area right here, and everyone has to stay inside the ropes.
You already know.
Yep. And Kevin and I will be your lifeguards tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So you better obey the rules or we'll kick you off the beach.
Hey, did Jamie tell you guys there's a lot of poison ivy around here, so you might want to show your kids. You've
Yeah,
seen it.
on the back that's 10 foot tall. So we have everyone go down the short wall first so they know what they're doing, and then we send them off the top of the big tower.
So, Jamie, do we get to do this if we do this?
Yes.
Do we have to pay extra?
No.
For $5?
I think it's offered. I think everything's offered in the high ropes course fee. All right. These set of 3 poles right here, it's called the power pole. You climb up the pole to the top of the pole. You stand on top of it. You turn around and you jump to the trapeze bar, which is 8 foot away from the top of the pole.
Oh, yeah, right.
Scott?
Yeah, you picture taken. Actually, that's not easy.
To fish that Jesse reeled in. The big cap.
It's about 3 pounds.
About 3 pounds?
3.5, something like that.
3.5.
What are you going to do with him, Zach?
Fry it.
Seasoning. Hey guys, Will you go stand under that
That's nice.
Look at them
Let's
whiskers.
go.
thing?
Who pulled that catfish in?
Jesse. Me.
Hey, that's a mean-looking critter. Being fresh. This is a fresh fish.
Frische Fische.
Frische Fische.
Get over here where you can watch, Leo.
Oh, sick. Cool. Not working too good?
Yeah, working all right.
This is, he's still a bit alive.
Fresh fish.
Somebody's, oh,
I think Dad about did that one.
I think so, I'm sorry.
It might have been sitting there. Was it sitting there before?
Yeah. I think it was
It's nobody claims it?
it. Probably someone from a camper that just never did get it.
Just knocked over a can of soda. That's a little bit, I want to get a shot of that. Well, vice grips come in handy for everything, don't they?
They'll work for anything.
The guts are coming out, the skin is coming off.
Sorry,
That's just weird that you gotta do them and undo them so many times.
Takes two men. Isn't that something? Roger and Mike? Go ahead.
We're driving down the road, it's dark, and there's this great big toad in the middle of the road, headlights. I stop, because I don't want to run over it. Pick it up, pees all over my hands. I sit at the side of the road, wipe my hands on my pants, get in the truck, and there's a mosquito. And I go like this. Then I lick my lips, like that. And I instantly get foamed mouth. I mean, it tastes so bad. You can't imagine what it tastes like.
Huh.
It is so horrible. I had to stop the truck. I come to a screeching halt. Julie's laughing. Josh is rolling on the floor. I throw the thing in park, jump out, and I'm trying to get my mouth washed out. Yuck! I about put a handful of sand in my mouth. It's so bad. You never want to put toad stuff in your fingers. In your mouth. Never. Never, never, never. Bad stuff. That's why dogs don't do that.
That's great.
Telling the children to pick up the toad and then
Don't
put
lick
their
their
fingers
fingers.
in their Where's the fish at?
Don't.
They've
on the
already
grill.
cleaned it and everything.
He's not gonna let you have it. You threw it in the
You got a turkey. Where'd you get the turkey feather?
There's wild turkeys out there.
Yeah, you should.
Just standing right behind us.
He's a nice size.
We just about had one flying in the Cadillac in Arkansas. We're driving along.
What way to
I
hunt?
see this thing coming from the
Okay, you put it up
right.
there.
What's that, Mike?
This is the catfish the boys got this morning.
Who pulled that fish out?
Scott put his finishing touch on this, so it's going to be extra good because Scott helped season it.
Oh, my.
It's going to be very good.
Well, you really ought to give the guy who pulled it out a piece over here quick. We have to give Nebraska's top fisherman his chair here.
That's right.
Extra special season.
All right, so you'll do that at every station, and then you'll do it again in the zip line. On the rappel tower, James will tell you that you go up to the top, there'll be somebody at the top and somebody at the bottom. You'll say on belay to the person at the top. They'll say show me, and they'll say belay on. Then you'll look over the edge and say on belay to them. And if they're ready to spot you, basically they're spotting you down there, then they'll just say belay on. All right? Everybody needs a helmet and harness. We have, what, 12? You want to go at once? I need this one. You only have two.
Like two, but after they get to this,
Alright, whoever's in rappel first, come over to the tower with me.
We have 14 harnesses, so as soon as you're done, we'll get into give it to somebody that Mark will go first. Mark will go first. He's going up. Mark's ready. Go for it, Mark. There goes Kevin.
I can go lay my dad.
This is a 2-to-1 ratio. Follow the rope. 2-to-1. How do you do this helmet here? Visit.
Aaron, how do we take this?
No different than the obstacle course. Here, Mark. What are you doing up there? You know about that, don't you? Yeah. That'd be good. Got it. One more step.
You wanted me to go first,
Let's see about the stroller.
That rope is a little longer than one you had last time. That's how I rope, yep.
what is he going to do?
Can you keep your leg on the half? And you put the other one on, then you take the other one. You want to put that one? I was standing up there without, yeah. Yeah. See, I did it. Mom, just make sure no one's watching, isn't it?
Worst case scenario.
Good luck, they hold down the road.
Hi.
Is that one tied on so you can't fall or what? Yeah.
No, it's not. He forgot to hold on to it. I'm sorry.
Hey, how's it look when you look down?
Long ways down. Hey, Kelsey, do you have my sweatshirt? Yep. Okay, that's okay. Kind of cold, but oh well. You'll eat up real fast, Aaron. Yeah, I know. I'll get. That's why I took it off.
Bouncy little guy.
Like they get ready to repel?
Yeah, they're
I
working
was
on
going to say, I'd rather do it barefooted than with them shoes.
He's got good balance. Much as practice on that.
Not as much in place.
This time as last
Last
time.
time I was like, shoot, I don't know. How do you put that on? Like,
No, Julie. Oh, Julie. I got to kick off his phone.
Zachary, you go. It's not allowed to full throw. Okay, so what should I do?
Lower it down, pull it down.
That rope's almost too short for it.
Not quite so hard.
There's Erin. She's going across. Reed is struggling up there because that's a long way to go. That's a long way to go, and he's a little nervous. Now we have Reed going to the left and Erin going to the right.
Got it.
They're doing good, both of them.
God, there's a handhold above your head, hon.
Sure, you guys sit over there and laugh.
He's trying to get from one rope to another. That's all right, Reed.
Go up and get her.
Good boy.
Go up and bring her down. That's all.
What are you trying? What's wrong? Are you worried that Mommy's up there? My goodness. He's supposed. All right. Reed has accomplished the whole course so far. Now Sandra's going to try it. Sandra's next.
I'm going on my butt. Can you let me down a little bit? All right, who's down at the bottom?
Now Sandra, with her teeth gritted, is edging her way along the log. A death-defying trick.
Wayne, where's yours?
Reed, did you get your commands?
Yes.
Watch him.
Okay, let's
There he goes. Reed's gonna repel. Talk about taking a little bit of faith. I mean, right there. That's just hanging. I can feel Sandra's spirit. There you go.
Hannah.
What you say?
Love that hole.
Ready?
Okay, watch.
Okay.
Step away.
That's how you're gonna be it.
Mike, are you watching me?
Come on, Reed. Reed, go up to the top.
Wow, you see that?
Yeah.
I'm doing this whole thing because I want to do this. I want to slide forward. That's the only reason I'm doing this whole thing. Yeah, it honestly is. I want to do that on the trick.
Which trick? Oh, where's Katrina? Right here.
I know. When I come to those
Why are we stuck?
All right, Reed made it. Now Neil is on his way across. And Aaron is going to be coming across here.
Gotta quickly get this. No, I don't want to do this.
All right, whenever you're ready, say it.
All you gotta do is stay calm and still, and nothing, and the thing doesn't bounce around, and then it's easy to go. Yeah, but they're so far apart. Just hold on to one with both hands. Just keep slowly going. Just keep your balance. Close enough to that one to just stay still and grab it.
He's got it all figured out.
Yeah, it looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Good strategy.
Good idea.
I'll trade you places.
Oh, no. I like where I'm at.
Sandra has overcome her fear. She is now trotting across the wire.
Sure, just turn around so we can see your face.
ladder out of the way.
Lay the ladder down.
Yeah, this white one.
Lay the ladder down,
Partially white one.
Good work, Sandra, good work.
All right, good job.
The fear, the panic in your eyes are gone. At the same time, there's a repelling business going on here. And that's Marcia Broading making her way down with the able assistance up there of Jamie.
Good one.
Mike, there are no helmets. Oh, yeah, but
Alrighty.
How did you feel at the moment that you were crashing to the ground? It must have been
I'm
very...
going to do it again this time. I know what I'm doing now. The hard
Marcia.
part's at the top,
I don't know how
getting
you take it off,
perpendicular to
James.
the board. That's
Okay.
the scariest part.
Is that right?
I want you to go. I didn't know how to jump, but I tried.
Congratulations, you made it. First one down or second?
No, Paul went first.
Okay. And now we're back again to the Olympic trials here for the high wire. And Aaron.
Better doors and windows.
Yeah, better doors and windows.
And now we see Sandra making her way carefully across the pole.
I could do that at a credit card.
wondering why she was so foolish to do it. Next is Tammy, trying her way.
You got a mountain climber there. Yeah, I think she'll do this and it won't bother her. Me, it will bother. That height bothers me. Yeah, I can kind of
Now Sandra's trying the final section of the course across the long suspended wire. And she's still wondering, why did I do this?
let go of something there.
Open your eyes.
That's about 40 feet up there.
There you go.
Come back.
Lisa, you doing this yet today? You're not? I can't handle the height. I just know I can't.
I just leave this one on, right?
No.
Leave one on so you put the other one
On the pole a couple times.
Yeah.
And you ain't falling off of nothing.
There's Sandra going to the left, accomplishing her task.
Oh, she's just about done here. Oh, you gotta see him.
And there's Tammy going to the right.
There's something solid.
Yeah. I think she's got a little bit of trembling there.
Yep.
That's just how they got the rope up there.
And now Sandra's getting hooked up for the rappel.
Go for it.
Now she's ready to rappel.
Never been so glad to have you two feet back toward the ground.
Next is Julie trying her turn across the upward pole. Members of the family have arrived here. Dorothy? And Dean? Yep. Now we've got Steve up there on the first
You don't want to go barefoot.
Not on the wire.
incline there. And we've got Marcia. She's finished 2 courses. Got 2 more to go. And we have Julie, panic-stricken, going across the long cable. All 3 of them working their way around.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
And Mike is the next victim.
Your only child, I was going to
Look at her.
And keeping the whole thing in order. Were you trained in this kind of stuff before you came here?
Nope. Didn't do it till last year was the first year we started on the road course.
Ah, great. Well, you're doing a good job there, keeping things orderly and slow and all that. Great.
All right, safe.
There goes Zachary. He's the next one up. He's going to try it. Away goes Julie.
Are you going to be in the way, huh?
No, it's all right. I'll catch it.
But they all seem to like it once they get on it.
Come on, you'll love it.
Try it again, huh?
Mike, are you scared?
We just had a horrible tragedy. Dan just fell off the pole. He just fell off of the pole now, and he's courageous, highly courageous person. He's going to try it once more. This moment of great
I was
danger.
watching that second, or he'd be in trouble.
Oh, now he's going to do it. Oh, come on. Never mind.
He's going to do it blindfoldedly.
Hey, Dad, look over here.
He's going across there. What a daredevil. What an absolutely
Not impressed,
dangerous.
Dan. I already married you.
What'd you say?
I already married him. He doesn't have to impress me.
It's like, let me check the life.
And then Mike is making his way across the highly dangerous suspended wire. It's 300 feet above the ground. It's awesome. Look at the courage with which he proceeds. The grim determination upon his face.
It was behind you, and you went sideways.
He shall succeed.
Yeah, so it was like,
There's no doubt.
It was underneath the Instead, I would have liked to just crawled up there.
Now Mike is ready to rappel away. Mike barely made it across the pole.
That's hard, that's hard.
Switch hands,
She's
Linda.
trying with her elbow. All right, that was good. You did it.
And there's Linda, the organizer of all of this mess.
Hooray! Say hooray, Mark, hooray. She's not going to let go of that rope for nothing on the other side.
And if they
The line gets further apart.
Once you get to the one that's far.
and if they both go down, we'll just close the party. There's Mike. She's stuck and will never come down. The rope is tangled a bit.
She's got herself a little tight tangled with the.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Because she's leaning that rope back.
Oh, okay.
What time are you doing? You gotta let go of that one rope. You got to catch it.
Okay.
Very last end of the
Linda's
size
going to
of
try it.
but she's catching up fast.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And she's doing all right.
Good.
She's doing fine.
Because we haven't seen them since March, have
Yeah, push her off, huh?
You know, the
Up
older
there,
girls
push
say
her,
Grandpa
huh?
and Grandma should come, and Grandpa particularly should come to their school programs and things like that.
Oh,
So-
What did it feel like to go?
It was fun.
And there's Dan coming across. Final step.
Ride so fast that you can't stop. Patty.
Timmy.
Can you tell me what it's like to just before you do this incredibly dangerous and
It's like crawling at Mike's tree stand.
She puts a lot of faith in my tree stands, doesn't she?
Come on, face the pole.
There you go. Put 2 beaners on the hip harness, 1 on the shoulder harness.
this is called the
So yeah, left, please.
power pole or the suicide walk?
It only takes 1 step for the suicide walk.
Uh-huh.
1 step off the pole.
One step off the pole.
Are they?
Well, Dan, what was it like to fall off of the high wire there, fall off the pole?
My life passed before my eyes.
It was
really fun.
It was really fun.
He loved it.
I knew he was ready to catch me, so I didn't have any problem.
He did it on purpose.
Yeah, I did it on purpose too.
Are you sure, son?
We think you saw the person.
Yeah, put your left foot. Yeah, you kind of slide over. That's right.
No, get it.
Put it on there flat. You're doing it right.
All right, Tammy.
Yay, Tam.
1 foot.
I gotta have a little.
Oh my gosh, Tam, you did great.
All right, Tammy.
Now does the pole bend over to get to the trapeze?
Somebody asked if the pole bent over to get to the trapeze.
Okay.
I'm gonna hook my ear.
And she did it.
That was fun.
I'm doing that.
Our next contender then is Kevin. Commit. And now comes the most tricky part of the whole
Come on,
job.
Kevin.
Getting up there with your feet.
That pole isn't designed for size 13 shoes. Oh, you gotta walk there. Oh, I see. Kevin's trying to figure it out. This is crazy. The one that their feet can just stand right in the middle of the
She's on the other Kevin, it's not any crazier than doing the Australian style down that.
Yeah, he's never done it.
Silhouetted against the sky, a crazy, insane man is not sure whether he's going to do it or not.
That reminds me of a song.
You can do it, Kevin.
You sure I'm tight?
Come on, Kevin.
You're tight.
All right, Kevin, go.
Now he's up. He's got to turn around.
Gotta get his other foot up there.
All right, Kevin. Now, how do you turn around?
Very carefully. This is the point of no return.
Okay, give me slack.
Now he's turning.
Man, this ball has moved, hasn't it? Give me slack.
Now he's turning. He's making it.
I got jump off the thing.
That's a little person speaking.
Now, who's holding the rope? All right, Kevin.
Lord protect him.
got big ears.
Yeah.
All right, Calvin.
Jump or what here?
No, bring it here.
Now we are at the Blob. Here's one fella survived the Blob. Everybody abandoned the Blob. Guess why? Big Mike was going to jump.
That would have been fun.
You land in the waterfall. Jump up. I'm not kidding. When Kevin did it to me and Jamie, I landed in my face in the water and it hurt. There you go. There's my dad.
Okay, Kevin, you're in trouble.
Hurry, Kevin, he's coming.
Now Big David's coming.
All right.
He's okay. Stay on, Kevin. See if you can hang on.
Hang on. We're counting on you.
Steps. 2.
That was
All right, here we go, Big Dave.
Steve's going to try and blob up. Steve's going to try and blob Mike off now.
Did he fall off again?
Watch how Jesse probably flies up in the air when he hits it.
That was like a quite blob.
Look at the line of kids.
This is a very popular activity. Look at all the kids that want to get on it. Anytime you're ready.
It's like a beached whale.
Like a beached whale, she says he can't move.
That's good. Say that out loud, Sam.
Looks like he's been having too many.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, Dad.
How do you do it now?
I tried to turn it off.
All right. All right, now it's on.
So just push it on?
And push it again.
Okay. This is Zach Steinmeier, and we have a very important question for you.
What did you think of the family reunion?
What was your favorite part?
The blob and fishing.
Okay.
Okay, turn it off.
Okay, this is Jana Bronny, and we've got an important question for you.
What did you think of the family reunion?
What did you like best? What was your favorite part?
The horse riding.
The horse riding. Okay, turn it off.
Anything else?
I like it that everybody could come from so far away together and visit.
Okay, talk loud. This is Mike Ely, and we've got a very important question for you.
What did you like best about the family reunion?
One thing?
No, you can just say a whole bunch.
Well, location was nice. The trees, the setting, all the things that were there were to do. The food was great. Food was the best. Coffee was fresh and ready in the morning. Pretty good company. You know, had a lot of nice people around.
Good fishing.
Oh, louder?
Yeah.
Yeah, fishing was good. The only thing I have to complain about is some people like to stay up too late. Some people have a habit of keeping late hours and being noisy. I don't know who they were. They were around. They kept me awake. That's the only thing I didn't like. Otherwise, everything else was real nice, fun, great family camp. Better than any we've ever had.
This is Kelsey Steinmeier, and we've got a very important question for you.
What did you think? What was your favorite part of the family reunion? The vlog. Anything else? Everybody get together.
What else?
And it was great.
Are you ready? Yeah. I got one more thing. The fires at night. Even though it rained last night, the fire the first night was a lot of fun. That's the only thing I wanted to add.
This is Norma Ely, and we've got an important question for you.
What did you like best in the family reunion?
Oh, it's all been so wonderful. The ropes course was great. The blob was better. But I have one really big complaint. It was the cabin below us. I just think we've got to give them demerits. Even if you don't do it in camp, we just have to. They were the rowdiest bunch in the whole reunion. That's probably about all I have to say. And you know what? The worst part of it is, I think they all belong to us. Everybody in that cabin belonged to us. So it's just a little bit embarrassing to give you demerits, so maybe we'll have to let you off.
Okay.
Okay, just one more thing. The best part of it was having the family around. That was the best part about family camp.
This is Sandra. We've got an important question for you.
What did you like best in the family reunion?
Reaching the ground after I had done the
Anything else?
talking. That good?
Yep. This is Leah, and this is Mike and Linda Smith's dog. And we've got a question for Leah. Okay.
What did you like best in the family reunion?
Nothing.
Not sitting in the rain.
Gordon. Did you fish it? Yeah. This is Mike Smith, and we've got a question for you.
Okay.
What did you like best in the family reunion? Talk loud.
I think I like the ropes course. It was fun.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Yeah.
Well, I like the fellowship, and I like the blobs, and I enjoyed myself.
Okay.
I know. This is Mark.
What did you like best in the family reunion?
Looks like eating bananas.
Eating bananas.
Okay.
Questions, right?
Yep. This is Denise Steinmeier, and we've got a question for you.
What did you like best in the family reunion?
Speak loud.
Oh, well, let me see. Do you have time for me to think for a long time?
No. My arm kind of gets tired.
Oh, just all the time that we spent together talking, visiting. The meals were fun.
Yeah.
Because everybody was together. I enjoyed everything about it. I enjoyed watching everybody on the obstacle courses, and it went too fast. I think by the time you really get involved with it, it's over. Which was too bad. But I enjoyed last night. Last night was a lot of fun, sitting around visiting and telling stories. It was a lot of fun.
This is Sam and Leo, and we've got a question for you.
What did you like best in the family reunion? What did you like best, Sam? What did you like best, Leo? Swimming. Okay.
about you, Leo? He already said swimming. You like swimming too? Okay. This is Steve Ronning, and we've got a question for you.
Oh, okay.
What did you like best in the family reunion?
What did I like best in the family reunion? Well, obviously the best thing about the family reunion is the family. That's what I like best. Just being around everybody. Okay, as far as a specific activity or something like that? Yeah. Probably going down the
Okay. Yeah. This is Dan and Timmy, and we would like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
What did you like best about the family reunion?
We'd moved.
Think about it. I like staying up until midnight talking to the grown-ups. I hardly ever stay up until midnight. That was great. And I'm so tired this morning I could fall over.
Okay.
What about you? What did you like best about the family reunion? Now, the cat's got Tim's tongue this morning, but I'm pretty sure all the horseback. Where you really, what was it? You're warm now, right? Oh, what he would have liked to do. Hey, there was also the high ropes. They were great. And the horseback ride was super. The food's been pretty good. I can't think of anything I didn't like.
This is Angie Smith, and we would like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
Wow. I like best see everybody just being together. Probably last night because we spent special time with Wayne and Joan for their anniversary. And we got to write letters for them, and then we got to read them and give them a picture of us. So that was probably my favorite social thing. Also, I got to talk to Steve about the Dominican Republic, which was good, and he even looked at my pictures. The big fire last night, but then it started raining. It was like this tall. It was so big. It was blazing up, and there were ashes flying everywhere in our hair, and it was really fun. But everything was fun. They really did. They go,
This is Jessie, and we'd like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
Over there.
Leah. Campfire.
Anything else?
Mark, come here.
And having everybody here.
Okay.
And don't forget fishing. Now,
I've been sleeping in the woods all weekend.
This is Paul Ronning, and we'd like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
Well, dudes, I'll tell you what. The rappelling was really awesome. I think I fell on my head, though, because I feel a little funny.
Okay.
And then why do any of it? Oh! Well, anyway, I thought it was a very good time.
Hey, get that blanket off!
This
What am I
is.
supposed to say?
I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
This is Roger Steinmeier. We want to know what you like best about the family reunion.
Oh, seeing all the people that we haven't seen for such a long time. The fishing was good too. Then it rained, so all the kids were miserable. They couldn't sit by the campfire. They all had to be together in a room upstairs.
Well, that was fun,
And
though.
the beds were lumpy, but it was fun. The food was good. We had a lot of it too.
This is Neil Ely, the cameraman. And what do you like best about the family reunion? What did you?
The fishing a lot because there's a lot of different kinds of fish in there, and the blob, except for whenever you get land on your stomach, and doing this.
Yep. Okay, thanks. Okay, Reed. This is Reed Ely. And what did you like best about the family reunion?
Fishing was awesome.
Yeah.
2 catfish and a bluegill. 2 turtles. That was really nice. Food was good. And interviewing Reed with pictures and the works. It was awesome.
Okay.
No, what?
This is Seth Ronning. And what did you like best about the family reunion?
Riding horses.
Riding horses.
Anything else?
Eating food.
Okay. Okay, this is Dana Brawning. What did you like best about the family reunion?
I liked riding horses and swimming.
Okay. Anything else?
And the hay rack ride.
Okay. That was it. This is Earl Ely. Okay, you can ask.
And we'd like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
Well, I liked visiting with everybody, and I liked watching all the grandkids and young kids and the things you were doing. Your, I don't know what you call them. Aerobatics.
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Okay.
It's okay.
And I enjoyed watching it on the blob.
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoyed it all, I guess.
Okay.
Hi, Anna. You going to ask me questions?
Yep.
You're already running, aren't
Uh-huh. Okay, this is Homer Brawny.
And we'd like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
I like everybody being here.
Anything else?
Food, activities.
Sounds like everybody doesn't have any complaints, really.
No complaints.
Okay.
We need to do it again.
Good.
Okay. And the next time we do it, you guys are all going to be that big.
I know.
That's going to be pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what other questions do you have?
That's all.
That's all?
That's all.
That wasn't so hard.
No. Oh.
Bye till next time.
Okay, this is Becca. And we want to know what you like best about the family reunion.
I really didn't like anything because they just fat. Because what?
You know, you are getting on tape, and I'm going to play this in front of everybody.
Okay, this is Linda Smith, the organizer of all this. And we'd like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
I like the fact that we're all together, and we have lots and lots of time to talk and sit up late and spend time together and get to know all of you kids better. That's what I enjoy, is the people talking.
Okay, great.
This is Heidi Brawning, and we'd like to know what you like best in the family reunion.
I think that the campground was a very nice place. We could all be together. I think that the campground was the best because we could all be together. There were a lot of fun things to do. It was a nice place.
Good. This is Ellie Brawning, and we'd like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
I like best just being with everybody. I think what I really liked best was seeing all of the nephews' children and realize that they look just like the nephews. And that gives you a real sense of family to see that the features are being continued and the characteristics are continuing through the ages. It'd be interesting to know what our great-grandfathers were. They probably were just like us.
Yeah, probably.
So I think that was the best part of camp.
Okay, thanks. This is Aaron Ely, and we are asking you, what is your favorite part about the family reunion? My favorite part is just basically what everybody else has said, just being with everybody and all of our cousins that we've never seen before, and just spending time with people. And I really liked the facility and the ropes course and the blob and everything. That was really fun. And the campfire was really fun. I wish we could have done it last night, but since it rained, then we couldn't. But I think that's the best. And I like seeing Wayne and Joan again, because we haven't seen them for so long, and I hope that they come down again soon. This is Hannah Brawning, and we'd like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
What did you like best?
Did you like the swimming? Did you like that? That was fun.
Did you like the blob, watching it? Did you like watching the ropes course?
Fly in the air?
Okay.
Okay. This is Hannah and Jesse. Whoa.
Okay, this is, we'd like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
Well, just being around all the family, I guess. That would be my first like.
Anything else?
Power pole. The power pole was fun. That was exhilarating. I enjoyed that.
Is that all?
Well, I just liked everything, but those are my two favorites.
Okay.
Here. Hey! This is Wayne Brawning. This is his camera, by the way. And we'd like to know what you like best about the family reunion.
I just like everything, especially to be with everybody that we love so much. It's just been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been great to pray together and have fun together and to see people we haven't seen for a year or two. It was just great. Except some of those terrible fights we had, and where people threw each other off the steps and the balcony, and oh, that was terrible. But otherwise, it was fun. Yep. And the rock fights we had, and all the people that went to the hospital, that was awful too. Oh.
The fish we caught was good.
And the fish we caught was great. Yep. Jesse pulled one out. Who pulled the other one out?
Me.
Reed
I
did?
pulled the
Neil?
other catfish
All right.
out.
So
and
there
we
were
pulled
three.
2 turtles.
And 2 turtles.
Yeah.
That sounded like a good time.
One before that.
So you're stuck here.
You're gonna introduce somebody.
I'm just looking.
Don't push it.
Zach, you're recording. Record.
This is Jamie and Kevin Commit, and we want to ask you a question. What was your favorite part about the family reunion?
Yeah. My favorite part about the family reunion was having it at Timberlake and being able to MC a lot of the activities.
Okay. Jamie, what about you?
My favorite part was being able to see all the family that lives so far away. It's good to get to know them better and get to know their kids.
I also like meeting all the family.
Okay.
Welcome this morning in a word of prayer.
All the saints in heaven adore thee. We would bow before thy throne, as our angels serve before thee. So on earth thy will be done.
And I will give you the crown of life. That's always been just an anchor verse for my life.
I guess I'd like to really just give God the glory for what's happened in our family in the last few years. And with Jamie being good and Angie being Africa. And those of you who have got young kids and you start praying for their spouses when they're this small, this is what can happen. You can get a Kevin. So we're very thankful for him.
David? Well, I guess I'll touch on the same thing that everyone else has. Family is also a good example of how God still is faithful to his covenant with his people. And I guess looking around here is a good example of that. Those promises are still true today. And they were made.
Anyone else? I'm sure there's a lot of things we can be thankful for, and I'm sure we all have many things to be thankful for in our hearts.
Mark, don't put it in your mouth.
You can, let's turn to number 5, and If you do know it, sing along with me.
I will give thanks to thee, O Lord, among the people. I will sing praises to thee among the nations. For thy steadfast love is great, is great to the heavens, and thy faithfulness to the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let thy glory be over all the earth. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let thy glory be over all the earth. I will give thanks to thee, O Lord, among the people. I will sing praises to thee among the nations. For thy steadfast love is great, is great to the heavens, and thy faithfulness to the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let thy glory be over all the earth. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for thy Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me, he who died, heaven's gates to open wide. He will wash away my sins. Let his little child come in. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna crank it up.
This is in one of Mike's fields here, right in the midst of Nebraska corn, which is absolutely fabulous this year. And he is ready to start his pivot. He uses natural gas on these. Now he's thrown it in here. And the well goes down to 300-400 feet. Takes a little while for the water to come up. There's the first sign of water coming up. When I started, that kicks all the electric motors in gear out on the towers. We want to run about 480 volts at the high side. Like right there, you can see it's at 480 now. It's kicked up to 500. And as the motors kick on, it will go back and forth. This is a safety switch. If it goes out of alignment, it'll kick the pivot out. It'll stop it. They'll even shut the pumps and the whole works off. Then we need to run. We set our percentage of how fast it's going to go in a circle right here. And that's basically all there is to running a pivot. Now each motor on each tower runs a different speed, right? They all run the same speed, but I mean they're kicked on and off by micro switch. Oh, I see. There's little cams up inside that turn along. They're connected to the pivot, and that tells it to turn on and off. Those micro switches kick on and off. So it's not a matter of gearing down or anything like that. What kind of motor you got there? 454 Chevy. We've got 3 of those. I've got a 428 Ford, and I've got one old case yet. But if you run our mid 400s for cubic inch, well, in this area you will. I don't know, we're pulling the water. I don't know exactly. I think around 80 to 120 feet, somewhere in that area. Is how far we're pulling the water out. So that's an 8-inch well. This is a 6-inch. 6-inch. Yeah. We've only got 2 8-inch wells. Years ago, you wouldn't even have thought of irrigating a full quarter rivet with a 6-inch well. So it's a low pressure system. You can see where the sunflowers are on this side. Okay. And this whole south half has problems with sunflowers. Uh-huh. But you can see the line almost perfectly from there to the north. You can find a few out there, but not too many, few sunflowers. Right. You have to look pretty hard, and it's probably where I shut the sprayer off is probably where it is. But there's a spray now. You can go in when the corn is 6 inches tall to 2 foot tall. Uh-huh. And you can spray, and it will kill grasses. Huh. It will kill sunflowers. It'll just about kill anything but the corn. It costs about $12 an acre, and you can see the difference that it made. Like here's a little, problem area of sunflowers right here, and over here there was just as many over here, but it just took care of them. It made me a believer. I mean, the end rows around here, you can see how many sunflowers there are in that end row. Sure. Just terrible in it, and that does a lot to yield. Oh, I'm sure. And when you take it out of there and you clean that ground up, and the corn doesn't have to fight for nitrogen, and take the effects of whatever that root puts into the soil. They're kind of a
sour or acidy plant a
Are they?
sunflower is. And,
What a difference.
what a difference, yeah.
So you want to make a 12-inch piece, then you sort of...
This is Lorraine Ulmer, an old friend who has a milling shop here near Grafton.
Then I've got, when you get the third and the fourth cut, then you have to lay it flat down where and just take whatever waste you have, because this takes, then if you do this, then you're going to have your 2x4 or whatever it's going to be, you know, as long as you don't, you know.
Yeah.
But another thing too, June,
Talk about a 2x6.
yeah,
That is a real 2x6.
well, here's the, you go to the lumberyard, here's a 2x4. That's a 2x4. That's the way we used to build houses.
Yep.
Look at that. That's the way we used to build houses.
A true 2x4.
2x4.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised, there's a lot of people out, and it's really foolish because we've got so much more strength already compared to what the lumberyard's got, that there's really no need to go to the full 2 inches, but they just feel more comfortable with it, you know. Well, you get a full 2x12, and on you're puffing by the time you get it off.
Talking about heavy.
Yeah, right.
Did you guys lift more than 2x6s?
They look like they're heavy.
That's what he starts with. Utility poles.
They're 4 inches, 4 foot tall. But see, there's only walls on the east and the west side.
What do you have there, Neil?
They are one of the artist arrangements.
A zapper?
You know, like
What's it for?
and stuff. So
Current.
Electrical current?
And if you press it on something,
sometimes if she
it's
has
back.
or something,
Doing it a few times, it's supposed to, it kind of
a
helps.
song that she's working.
It helps your rheumatism or something?
If a spot hurts on your back or in your arm or something, you just need to zap it and it will feel better.
Is that right? And it really does help?
Yep. Whoa, I see you down there. Okay.
Do you have a collection of knives?
Yeah.
How many?
4.
Mm-hmm. That seems to be a big thing. People like to collect knives.
Better. She got to go to the state. The blue stuff is, yeah, got a 1-.
So what are you going to do this morning, Mike?
We're gonna go rugging. We're gonna go cutting cockleburrs out of soybeans. Nobody's too excited to get going too fast. We're gonna stay here and visit with you as long as we can.
Yeah, stay here extra long.
You just want to put it off, that's all.
Problem is, we put it off, then we got more to do next week.
If you want me to, I can.
There's 2 more to do.
Tammy, who puts on all these nice borders, Tammy?
Friend of mine. I do. Okay. Stay down.
That's mighty good for not practicing for 2 months.
You'd be surprised, it's in there somewhere,
Superior.
in your memory somewhere. Easy.
This is a wall. You were just putting these up the other day when I was here. You shot them all this year, I think,
Oh,
didn't you?
no. This is years of
This started in 1983. Would that be when mine was? 83, I think.
82
82.
with this one,
Okay. Yeah, with the little one.
That's yours, Dad.
archery.
Okay.
See,
In just a minute, I will take you.
This is all archery, right?
All archery.
Yeah.
So this was in 82, and then Mike got me started when I was pregnant with Aaron. And
Huh.
I was out in the trees about out to here, and I never shot anything the first year. And then the next year that I hunted, I shot this one, which would have been in 85. I was pregnant with Neil.
Oh, that was your baby, huh?
You were pregnant with me when you had him.
I think so.
Not had him, but
Then, in 1991, when the snow was about 18 inches deep, this guy come walking and met his Waterloo. And then last year,
That-
finally,
Now, these are all bow shots,
Mike,
right?
yeah, Mike finally scored a big one. He had to live in, I don't know, misery for all those years when people come in the house and say, "Oh, whose deer are these?" Of course, I had to tell the story.
and I wasn't part of it.
So now he has a part, and he is a nice one, very nice.
And Dad, tell him how you shot that one. How far away he was and how you could.
But you have to get up there to tell
Yeah,
us.
go tell.
Yeah, we have to see you tell us that.
That's a good story, Dad.
Tammy sent me to the tree, and I went out, and he walked up and I shot him.
Like he was out under some branches
Now,
and it was getting so
really,
dark to see him.
Tammy had seen him about 2 times previously, I think, right?
Yeah.
About. And I went out to the tree, and I was just going to go out there and kind of look, because, see what was moving. And Tammy had went down to a different stand that I suggested that night. And so I got up there, and I got up kind of late. I talked to the guy that owned the ground just on the way in, and I thought, oh, this is just going to be a ridiculous night where I'm getting in late and everything. So I went in and I sat, and it got to be almost to the point where it was getting dark, and here he came walking up. And I didn't think I was going to have an opportunity to shoot him because it was getting too dark. It was just getting to the point where I wasn't going to be able to shoot anymore. And he went past my tree, and I had all kinds of branches off to the side. And he went past a little clearing that I kind of had a chance at, but he just went through it too fast, and I wasn't drawn back. So he went through, and he went over into some thickets, and I started making some noises with my voice that we use to try to attract deer back in.
What kind of noises are those?
It's a grunt. It's almost like a belch.
Like
Show
what?
us, Dad.
Like what?
You swallow air and you go like that. Make a grunt.
Huh.
And that's kind of that's a sound that a buck makes when they're tending a doe when it's breeding season. So it attracts other bucks to come in. And he turned around and he came back sideways, and I just had a little hole, maybe the size of a 6-inch pie plate, about 7 or 8 yards away from me in the trees, or 5 yards away from me in the trees, and I just put the pin there, and when he hit the spot, I let go, and I really didn't even know, didn't see my arrow go or anything, didn't know if I'd hit him or what.
Huh.
The way he took off, I thought I had. So I came back home, and I was all nerved up, and
He
Tammy-
was shook. He
Tammy
couldn't
finally-
even speak. He was like, "Oh, the biggest buck ever!" And he said, "I don't even know if I hit him." He said, "I don't even know." He was so wound up. I said, "Well, what happened after you let the arrow go?" And he said, "Well, I heard a big crash." And I said, "He's history. He's laying probably 20 yards from your tree." So sure
So
enough.
I came back, and we had lined up already to go into the Legion with her folks, with Tammy's folks. So we had to go in there, and we had to, have all this to do. And usually you're real excited to go out and find the deer, So finally, at 10 o'clock, I think it was, the deer had been shot for about 3 hours.
Was
Finally,
Jeff
at 10
with us?
o'clock,
Was
we
Jeff
always do
with
this
us?
little ritual where we went out, and Todd came over, and Jeff, and Sheila, and Kathy, and all of us. I mean,
It's
there's about
family
10
affair.
of us, We go back out to the tree, and then we start seeing if we can find blood somewhere, and we track with flashlights and lanterns, you know, if it's nighttime.
It was about 12 below zero.
Yeah, and it was cold. It was a really cold night. And we went up, and he just, you know, where I heard the noise, that's where he fell. He just, and I actually hit him right through the heart.
Did you really?
Neat. It was so neat because his head was just stuck in between those
Yeah,
branches.
he had just buried right into a pile of
and his
brush.
horns were just caught in the branches.
Yeah. We had some good pictures from that.
He didn't know what hit him.
Nope.
No, I
No
had
clue.
no idea. It
Boy.
was history right there.
Was yours as fast too, that guy there?
Yeah, he was pretty fast too.
That was fast,
He
but
went
that
further.
was, he went a long
He
way.
went further, but I mean, they can run 200 yards in 5 seconds.
Hmm.
You know,
I
I'd
had
say-
hunted that year about 48 times. Is what I'd hunted that year, trying to get an opportunity to shoot a buck. And it was so cold that afternoon. It had warmed up to about 30 degrees, I remember. I went out early in the afternoon, like at, 2 o'clock? I was going to sit till dark, 5:30, quarter to 6. And I sat and I watched 20 does come and file underneath my tree stand and out onto the alfalfa field to eat. Right underneath me. I mean, I could have jumped on and rode them. You know, and I said, I'm not going to shoot a doe, I'm not going to shoot a doe, because the population seemed low that year. And I watched them, and I'd hear something, and I'd look, and here come another doe, you know, just filing out for about a solid hour. There were deer just walking underneath me, and I was just like,
And it seems like when it gets real cold like that, their ability to smell decreases, and their desire for food increases. So they're less keen when it's real cold like that. So she had been undetected all that time in that tree.
So then all of a sudden I was sitting there and I heard something back to my north again, and I looked, kind of, you know, stooped down and I looked. Here comes another doe, and there's something behind her. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to look, see, and I bent down in my tree and I just, that's what I saw coming at me, like, you know, hitting branches, and he was chasing that doe. And my heart just went, I mean, I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to shoot this thing. He's going to come right underneath my tree stand, and I'm going to be paralyzed because I can't shoot a deer. I mean, it's like, he's way too big. You can't shoot a deer that big. It's not possible. And sure enough, he walked the same trail those other 20 deer does took, and he'd come right underneath my tree stand. And I mean, I was just panicked because there's 20 deer out in the field, and there's a doe standing right there with him. And he was tending her, like he said, and he'd paw the ground, and he'd take his rack, and he dug it into the dirt, and they make all kinds of shenanigans, you know. And she crossed the fence, and I couldn't even shoot him because he was too close. I mean, it was straight down. And so I had to wait for him to move out so I could get more of a broadside shot. And when she jumped the fence, I thought, at least her eyes won't be on me, and that's when I pulled back when she jumped the fence, and he didn't know what hit him either. I mean, he took off, and it was great because it was in the snow, and so we had a great, you know, blood trail to follow it.
We had to take a four-wheeler and all the people, and we had to walk in a half mile in the dark, you know, and then take the trip. And then he was down in the bottom of about a 20-foot deep canyon, 40-foot deep canyon. We had to drag him up out of there, and some of our friends that hunt with us sometimes, you know, it was real fun.
And Mike had no clue how big he was.
She didn't tell me how big he was. She said, oh, I shot a little 3-4 pointer, you know.
He's a nice buck.
He was a good buck, but he's not that big.
I did.
And then so I walk up there, and what is she doing? She's sitting on his back holding his horns like that because I was away. They found him, and I come walking up, and here she is sitting on this great big buck like this, you know. I about tackled her and rubbed her head in the snow.
You did. Why didn't you tell me?
Nose in the snow. 'Cause she'd been,
Yeah, that was fun. I think that was the best
Yeah.
thing, part of it, is because I didn't tell him how big he was, you know. Because, you know, it was one of those things. What if you didn't find him or whatever?
How much would he have weighed?
that
200?
He was pretty good size, yeah. These were both close to 200. They were over 200 on foot.
I mean, on foot, yeah.
On foot, yeah. They would have probably been 220 pounds.
Who scored
Pretty good
better,
sized
Dad?
deer. I don't know. They're pretty close. Those two in the middle are going to be pretty close.
Yes, I got to get you to the babysitter.
ridges really get destroyed and eroded. And so you do shovel work, and maybe, I don't know what, see, when I bought this pipe, I gated it every 30 inches. And I think his rows, I'm not sure what my gates were. His rows are different in width, and so the gates don't fit the rows very well. And so then you have to improvise and move them back and forth.
This is an 8-inch well, right?
Yep.
And it's got a Ford V8 on it. Now you can tell me how long it takes to run from one end to the other.
Well, the first time we did this, it took 13 days to get down to the other end. And what we're doing here is, it's an 8-inch well, but it's running into 9-inch pipe. So we get more volume clear up to the other end. There's a lot of water.
And what happens when it gets really hot and you put the pipe in?
Like what?
Well, the corn is all sad looking, and what happens?
Like when you take a drink, makes you happy, and the leaves stand up on it then. Let's see, Peter's.
So you say this was home for him. Was his father a pastor?
Yes.
Well, that's probably why this is home. I guess they probably moved around. What kind of a lady is Phyllis? She a likable person?
Yeah, oh yeah. She had a stuff be moved or not. And I suppose anybody that does this is we're the ones who take the risk. Archaeologists dig this up, they'll wonder why that happened. And they'll probably get a grant to figure that out then.
The original stone is buried underneath Robert's grave then here, underneath it, underneath this pad here. This Fairmont Air Base was built by the Army for the purpose of training primarily bomber pilots, the Liberators and some B-17s and a few B-29s came and went out of this during World War II using these huge hangars for their places of maintenance. And this is Wayne speaking, and as I think back over the years, I remember those great waves and waves of airplanes taking off from these runways along here and flying over our farm and over the school, and they ended up of course having quite an impact on me. As I'm talking here, I'm just far enough away from that hangar to get an echo. There was a 50-year reunion here recently, and these hangars have been used for various things over the years. One was grain storage, used to be used for millions of bushels of grain, and in the recent reunion there was a large craft show inside of this one, inside of this huge building. We see that the rafters are all made of wood. And this building, Homer, would be, what, about 55 years old, wouldn't it?
42.
Can't see.
Okay, you can go home.
Oh, almost.
Okay.
Good job.
We have 2 birthdays today
Leo.
that we are celebrating.
That's great. Yeah, you caught it right.
There's 3 birds. Okay.
2 of them, 2 of them.
Okay.
Angel and gummy worm cupcakes. And ice cream and watermelon.
What would you like there?
Oh, probably ice cream and a little bit of white cake.
There's Nellie.
You want a little piece like that? Or
There's Nellie.
Hello. Hello out there.
And Uncle Scott.
How about this end piece over here? It's pretty big.
Are you known as the funny man, Uncle Scott?
No.
No.
Let's get you a plate.
Our Uncle Scott. Our Uncle Scott. Is he? Our Uncle Scott is known as the funny man.
He's,
What are you gonna say?
Yep.
well, even if he isn't, the kids sure like him.
There's Daddy. There's Daddy. David.
Sam and Seth, why don't you guys go into the kitchen and
Can I help you?
There's Mommy taking care of the goodies.
2 hands.
There's Ma over there.
You want a plate or bowl? You can have ice cream.
Hello, camera.
Yeah, we would have had water trees.
It's present time for Leo.
You gonna open the card first? It's gonna be a heartbreaker.
Here, I'll just give that to Paul. All this is, no, take that home. We can look at that later.
What's that movie?
That was in Ann Landers or somewhere. It's about Angel in Russia, and I thought maybe
No.
you're Russian heritage people, somebody might be interested.
Don't get my
Everybody would like to help him.
It's money.
Well,
there's more film in that
all the pictures.
closet on top of the box.
It's Leo. Birthday hugs and kisses from Pam and Jeff, and all those people are saying, happy birthday. That says Leo, L-E-O. Looky here.
Dana, take the card when he's done with it and show it
Here's-
to Joan.
Here's,
Got it, hey?
yeah.
We saw it on TV.
All right.
About
Look at that.
300
All
different times
scissors.
we had to sit there and giggle at it.